Okay, just got done seeing one called The Dead Don't Die, which was an ensemble cast, all-star cast, zombie movie / comedy. Bill Murray was in it. Fucking Tom Waits was in it. Iggy Pop was in it. Fucking what's his name? Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
He was in it.
Chloe Sevigny.
Yeah. All right. Everybody you know likes in this damn movie. All right. Shit's fucking hilarious, man. It was fucking hilarious. The entire audience was just rolling. The tone is kind of like Return of the Living Dead. Remember that?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but a lot more of a drier sense of humor. Very self-aware. I mean, I don't want to steal any of the movie standards, so I'm not gonna say anything. Just if you like MST, 3000 Rifftrax. If you like horror movies, if you like B movies, Plan 9 from Outer Space, you would love this fucking movie. Yeah. If you like Ghostbusters, you'd love this fucking movie.
I was going to say, everything. It's kind of like, it almost has a similar sense of humor to maybe Zombieland, which Bill Murray also was in.
Ghostbusters.
A little bit like, what's the one I was thinking of? Shaun of the Dead, a little bit, not quite as zany as that. But, it's directed by Jim Jarmusch, which, if you've seen any of his other movies, which I've seen most of his other ones, it has, like, a very similar tone. It's, like I said, it's very dry, it's very meta.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of this really funny setup. It's like, what if there was a zombie apocalypse, and it was just this tiny little town in, nowhere, middle America or whatever, and everyone's just kind of like, it's just sort of low-key about it.
Yeah, it's like this dry sense of humor with this totally ridiculous, zany shit happening, but it's...
Well, that's what made it funny.
It made it hilarious
because it's like all this crazy shit was happening and everyone was like underreacting to it.
Script was very good. It was tight. It was placed in a place called Centerville. It's called Centerville, which is kind of like basic middle America town. Looked like it could have been somewhere in
Isn't that where George Romero set some of his movies, and then there was a lot of like references to other zombie movies.
To other movies.
There's like a lot of Easter eggs and shit. Like,
and
you're really into that kind of stuff.
And what was funny is like at certain opportune times, you get what's the guy who did the thing?
What, John Carpenter?
John Carpenter fucking score in the background. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Start doing
like
Carpenter.
There was so much little. This is one of those ones where I feel like I have to see it like a bunch more times.
There's a bunch of stuff that was hidden in there.
One thing that actually really made me laugh, like I haven't seen Jim Jarmusch's movie that came out in 2014, which was Only Lovers Left Alive, and everybody has like recommended that to me, but I haven't got around to seeing it. The last one of his that I saw was Coffee and Cigarettes, which I think came out in 2003, and I saw that in the theater. And that's why I kind of laughed, because when Iggy Pop comes back as a vampire, he's like, coffee, because he was in Coffee and Cigarettes too, and that was the
It's definitely one I'm going to have to get on Blu-ray and add it to the collection. This is a good one.
I really liked this one. It was hysterical. It was just like this kind of, but like I said, it's not like wacky. It's like, like the situation is crazy, but everybody is like,
you just gotta see
like I said, like underreacting to it, which makes it even funnier.
I'm gonna say
because everyone's like, huh.
I'm gonna say for the genre and what they attempted to do, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious, and we actually saw it. It doesn't start officially, I think, for 2 more days, but we saw like an early. This was like an early opening event, like a couple days early, and it was almost full. Yeah. And everybody in there was just dying.
If you're not an A-lister or anything like this is one that'd be worth fucking coming to the theater and seeing it. And in the theater with an audience, it's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah, everybody was just cracking the fuck up.
Yeah, but it's still kind of like a respectable zombie movie in a way, with some weird shit thrown in there. It's just, you got to see it for yourself. I don't want to steal the movie's thunder.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. We saw 2 of them today. First one we saw was Rifftrax. It was what was the name of that movie?
Star Raiders.
Star Raiders, man. Starred that guy. Okay, Rifftrax. They play shitty movies, kind of like MST. In case you don't know, they play shitty shitty movies live. They stream it to the theater, and they riff on them, and it was pretty good. The movie sucked. Fucking terrible.
It was a new movie. It was like
only 18 months old. Yeah.
Yeah, they said it was 2018.
Yeah.
The dude that was in what's that?
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, Casper Van Dien. He was in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He starred in it.
I don't know like what bet he lost to be in this shit.
It was supposed to be like a
holy crap.
Supposed to be kind of like a Flash Gordon spinoff. They had Flash Gordon style rocket ships and stuff in a way mixed with fucking crap. And oh man, I mean, the problem with the movie is too much dialogue. The bad edit, just bad everything. I mean, this made an Asylum flick look like a fucking
like an Oscar,
like an Oscar winning
Criterion Collection.
Yeah,
shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was like, okay, one, it was like somebody clearly did this shit in fucking After Effects because like everything was green screened badly. Like all the backgrounds and everything, all the ships are green screen, all the explosions were just like the standard things that come with your film editing programs. All the costumes were either
off the rack.
They had bought them
Shrine.
off eBay from a Halloween store, or they had got them from Shrine. And it was very, very obvious because I've seen a lot of those clothes like advertised.
Yeah, and the corsets that the women and
what
the funny is that it did have potential. I mean, some of the masks looked cool. Some of the bad guys kind of looked cool. I mean,
well, they look a little like Skeletors.
Some of the shitty
like
B movies, some of the shitty B movies that I grew up with, you know what I mean, actually were probably done with less technology. Yeah, you know what I mean, and maybe like less of a budget, probably. But
I'd be curious.
But they were more, but it was more fun to watch. I mean, this is more like cosplayers out in the woods. But the guys were riffing on it, and it was fucking funny. You couldn't follow the story, so you just had to just roll with it. And
that's what I mean. I just had to listen to the jokes because I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody had any idea what was going on.
But I recommend Rifftrax. It's a fun night to come see Rifftrax at the theater.
You know, I mean, you know, you guys that watch the show, you know how much I love MST, and you know, Rifftrax is 3 of the guys from MST, and
it's very similar.
They're doing another one in August. They're doing Giant Spider Invasion.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
This was one of my favorite Mystery Science Theater.
I saw that one in the theater when I was a kid. My dad took me to it. Man, terrified me.
That's the one with all the tarantulas and the big spider
on the Volkswagen.
That is clearly a Volkswagen covered with fur.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah, Rifftrax is always super, super fun.
Recommended.
So even though the movies are painfully bad usually.
Yeah.
This one, I actually was entertained by this one just because I couldn't believe how shitty it was and that they actually got a person that was sort of famous to be in it.
It's kind of like, remember Star Crash? Star Crash was even better.
Star Crash was better than this.
Star Crash was better.
That's
Battle Beyond the Stars was a lot better.
Yeah.
But it was like but
it was a similar kind of thing. It's just like these cheap ass costumes and just like obviously somebody tried to come up with something. It was like a bad D&D campaign and it was just like way too complicated and nobody had any idea what was going on. I had no idea what was going on.
Okay, we just got back from seeing what was it, X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
It was a well-made movie. I wouldn't call it a bad movie, but I didn't enjoy it very much. I was kind of wanting it to be over. My gripes with it seemed to be set in the 90s, I think.
It was 1992.
1992, okay.
Yeah.
My gripes with it was that the X-Men themselves looked fake. They looked very fake, especially in broad daylight. They looked a little bit better in subdued lighting.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but it definitely just, you know, you could tell that was masks and fucking costumes and shit. And
although compared to the first movie we saw tonight, the Rifftrax,
it was a lot better than that.
A lot better.
Another thing about the movie is that the movie was it's slow. It's a long movie and it's very slow at certain spots, very overly dramatic and kind of was dragging on for me. Now in the end, you kind of had some superhero fights that were kind of a payoff, that you sat through it at least, and you got to see something at the end. But overall, the movie I thought was just kind of a drag. I didn't really like it that much.
You know what's interesting is that I think I might have only seen the first X-Men movie, and that was like a long time ago. So this is pretty much I mean, I'm coming into it, like, I know kind of generally the story of the X-Men and all the other stuff, but, so I kind of came into this sort of, I actually didn't mind this movie. I liked it better than Captain Marvel. I liked it better. I might have liked it a little bit better than Endgame, even.
Although, you know, at the end, you know, Jean Grey's flying around with all the fucking fire out of her. It looked a lot like Captain Marvel. She basically became Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it was. She's a similar type of character.
Same kind of
she's
thing.
A similar type of character.
But
the thing about like it being like a much more dramatic story, I actually kind of liked that better than just like constant superhero punching, because I feel like that gets stupid after a while. There was some like superhero fights in this that were like pretty cool and stuff, but I liked the more character drama, because I like James McAvoy and I like Michael Fassbender, and
they did a good job.
They're pretty much good in everything.
Yeah,
so.
they're good in anything.
And
they
Nicholas
do.
Hoult is in it, and he's good in everything.
Yeah, the rest of the actors in the movie, I'm not gonna say the actors, because the dude that played Nux was in it. I like that guy, but the character they had him playing, I just thought he was kind of lackluster. The whole movie.
He didn't have a lot to do.
He didn't have a lot to do. The movie was, to me, was like it was lacking. It was kind of like it was like a lackluster, not fun to watch. And the characters
It's not fun. It's kind of it's sad.
And the characters were not really charming to me. I didn't really care. Like, for instance, and then some of them kind of later on, and I was like, yeah, okay, I kind of like that character. Like the guy that the Nightcrawler, their version of Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
I didn't like him at first. Now, in the end, when I saw him, when he finally kind of manned up and did some shit, and I was like, yeah, all right, that was all right. But it didn't. That character didn't look real, and that character's supposed to be German or Austrian or something. He was supposed to have a really thick German accent, and to me, he just had an Indian accent.
Yeah.
It didn't seem, and he didn't really look right. That character was always drawn as just like a damn black silhouette with eyes and fangs, you know what I mean? He looked like a demon from hell. It was really, and the way they got him looking, he just kind of looked like a skinny blue guy with a tail, and the tail looked rubber to me. It just looked fake. Just looked fake. I don't like superhero movies anyway. That
well, like
much.
I said, it's not my favorite genre, but I did like this one better than some of the other ones we've seen.
Yeah.
But for that reason, because it seemed to have like a little bit more substance to it, and it wasn't just. And honestly, I liked that they didn't put like a lot of snarky humor in it.
I tend to like DC a little bit more because it's a little bit more rooted in realism. You know what I mean? Guys that just have money, like Batman, money and a bunch of tools and training.
Yeah.
Joker, just a fucking insane terrorist. You know, I'm more into that kind of stuff.
I gotta say, I'm looking forward to that Joker movie.
Yeah, the Joker movie looks like that might be good.
We saw a preview for that.
But,
it looks pretty.
But some of this Marvel shit is a little bit too over the top for me. Even though fucking Aquaman is over the top.
I was gonna say
Aquaman was fucking funny.
Well, like I said, it was goofy, and they leaned into the goofy.
They knew it was goofy. That was like Flash Gordon. But would I recommend this one? Yeah, maybe. If you like superhero movies, you might like it.
Yeah, you probably like it. Like I said, I don't mind it. I liked it better than I liked it better than some of the other ones we've seen.
Okay.
Lately.
Yeah.
Not better than like Shazam or anything, because
Shazam was much kicked ass movie.
But that was but that was more comedy. Yeah, this was definitely not.
That's the tone I like better.
Yeah. This was more like a downer.
Taking itself seriously.
There was no humor in this at all. It was like a sad, kind of story.